This video tutorial is going to show you how to make fringe. You're going to need to start with a piece of paper. I happen to have a scrap from yesterday's lesson, but it's a little bit big, so I'm just going to cut it into a slightly smaller piece. This piece is about the size of my hand, but you can do this technique with any paper. Fringe is basically cutting lots of little, almost like blades of grass. So I'm going to take my scissors. My scissors are not as long as my paper, so this is good because I won't accidentally cut a piece off. So I'm just going to come to the edge and start snipping. This is fringe. That's so easy. I want you to take your scissors and start to snip some skinny fringe like this too, and I'll keep snipping along this way. I'm trying to keep them about the same size, and notice my hands aren't really moving a whole lot. I'm just moving my scissors over slightly, opening them up and closing them. If I wanted the fringe to be the entire length of my paper, I would need to come a little bit further down, but I don't want to cut all the way or I'll accidentally cut the paper off. So if you want longer fringe, you just have to keep cutting. But again, make sure that you don't go all the way to the edge or you'll cut a piece off. So here I've got one piece of paper that's got some long fringe and some short fringe. I'll give you a moment to finish cutting your fringe too. After you've cut your fringe, you can do a lot of things with it. You can leave it just like it is. You can use a curling technique to kind of roll up individual pieces and add like a little wave or curl to them. You can take pieces and you can fold them. You don't have to do these to yours. I'm just showing you some of the things you can do with it. And what I see students use fringe a lot for is if they want to have something like grass on a sculpture, you can take this part of it and you can fold it over. And now you've got some kind of grass-like pieces that are standing up like that on their own. So those fringes were cut really skinny. You can also cut fringe that's a little bit wider. As long as you don't cut all the way through your piece, the fringe that you're cutting won't fall off of the main strip of paper. So get yourself another little scrap and try cutting a different sized fringe. And ask yourself, what do you think you might be able to use this technique for? It looks kind of like a little hula skirt this way, or chef's hat. It could be a lot of different things, but the most important thing to remember is don't cut too far or your pieces will break off. I like to at least leave a finger's width on the edge to make sure that it doesn't tear.